Hey guys, it's me, Kisame Unlimited, and me and Spidey have created a new segment that we're gonna do.
Yeah, bitch!
Don't call them a bitch! Bitch! Could this be meta? We've seen a lot of old decks that have gotten support and been pushed through the doors of meta. It's like a good example is you could say it about Archfiends, Light Swarms, Harpies. So we actually sat down one day and said, you know what we should do?
Well, we noticed that when they did it with Light Swarms, like, oh, Light Swarms kind of didn't need this.
Yeah, they didn't
Light
need
Swarms
it.
were good enough on their own. So we thought of some decks that we thought, hey, maybe these decks should kind of get support, and these can be meta. Mm-hmm. These are like some old stuff.
Yeah, we really took decks that were really ancient and actually gave them...
Yeah, we gave them about 5 cards.
Please like the video, and if this video gets about 100 likes, we will continue doing this segment.
And you can comment out any other decks that you think could get support.
Like the video, and you'll see his version, because we're going to do ours separately, that we can go into real good detail about how we chose and how we make them.
So right now, we're going to start off with his.
So I decided to make 5 cards that could possibly push Ancient Gears into meta. I decided to pick Ancient Gears because from my youth I used to play Ancient Gears a lot, and I always said to myself, Ancient Gears just lack something, lacks support, and so I said to myself, as an old Ancient Gear player, I'm going to sit down and think about what the deck could get, and if they did, would it be meta? So I'll start it off with... So I said...
I'll answer it for you. No.
So I'll start it off with the trap card that I made. A trap card that I think that would be useful. I made a card called Ancient Gear Power Plant. The card would be face-up Ancient Gear monsters would gain 300...
What kind of trap card is it?
A continuous trap card. Face-up Ancient Gear monsters gain 300 attack and defense points for each Ancient Gear monster in the graveyard. If this card would be destroyed by opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, special summon 1 Ancient Gear monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, ignoring the summoning conditions. I think it would be a great way to boost Ancient Gears in attack points.
In that way you actually get the option of getting Gadgetron or
Ancient Gear Golem. And at the same time, I do believe if something like this was made, it would give them a good beat stick, more of a, strategizing, summoning a big monster on your board. And at the same time, nobody would really want to hit Power Plant, because if they did, they'd have to risk the same problems as hitting something like Gear Town. Risking it or just leaving it alone and let the opponent gain strength. So that's what I would make as my first continuous trap card, Ancient Gear Power Plant. Now, the spell card is a quick play spell called Ancient Gear Cycle. Tribute 1 face-up Ancient Gear monster from your side of the field, then special summon 1 Ancient Gear monster from your deck, treated as a normal summon. You can only activate 1 Ancient Gear Cycle once per turn. Man, that's kind of crazy. You could play Ancient Gear Soldier or Knight, and then just play that and just boom an Ancient Gear Golem. But at the same time, I wanted to weaken it down by treating it as a normal summon, meaning that you would have to have an Ancient Gear monster already on the board to use it. I think that it would be a good out to just bam another monster and get around, not that they would have to really worry about trap cards, since most Ancient Gears could buy, get through trap cards pretty easy. So I think that would be the spell card I would make, would be Ancient Gear Cycle. The next card I would make would be a monster card. A weak monster.
I think Quick Play is a little much for that.
I give it, the thing is, they don't call them ancient for no reason.
Yeah, because they're slow.
Exactly. I think that's speed. They need something speed. And then I think the next card I made, which gives more speed, is a card that I made called Ancient Gear Relic. A level 3 effect monster with 900 attack and 900 defense. Seems pretty weak. And its effect is, once per turn, you could target 2 Ancient Gear monsters in your hand, reveal them to your opponent, shuffle them back into your deck, then draw 2 cards. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard either by battle or by card effect, draw 1 card from your deck. I think it's pretty useful, and it gives the deck a little bit more of a consistency. It's very similar to Moray of Greed, and that's what I think the deck kind of needed. A bit draw power, but not something that would just give it for free. That was the first monster I made, was Ancient Gear Relic. Ancient Gear Titanium. If you control a face-up Ancient Gear monster, you could special summon this card from your hand in face-up attack position. Once per turn, you could target 1 face-up Ancient Gear monster you control with attack equal to its defense. Then target 1 monster your opponent controls. If the targeted monster does not have equal to its attack and defense points, destroy that card. Ancient Gear Titanium has 1,500 attack but only 1,000 defense, meaning you wouldn't be able to use it on himself. He would have to work off another. So I think that that would be good, and that, you know, you would have to target another card on the field that had equal points and use that to destroy, which I think would give the deck a bit more destruction, which I think that would push the deck a little bit more. The last card I would make would be an XYZ monster, which I would call Ancient Gear Deity. Rank 8. Rank 8, take 2 level 8 machine monsters that are Ancient Gears, that, you know, gimmick puppets couldn't abuse it. And I would make it have 3,500 attack points and 3,200 defense points. Its effect would be once per turn you could detach 1 XYZ material from this card to target 1 monster on your opponent's side of the field. Then inflict damage to your opponent equal to Ancient Gear Deity's attack points and the opposing monster's defense points, and inflict it to the opponent as damage. I think that that card would be good based off, just like has that Ancient Gear power plant, would boost them up and inflicting damage with actually not having to swing to do the damage. I believe that these would be the 5 cards I would make, would be Ancient Gear Deity, Ancient Gear Relic, Ancient Gear Titanium, Ancient Gear Cycle, and Ancient Gear Power Plant. I think that these cards could possibly push Ancient Gears into the metagame. I would love to see Ancient Gears be pushed into the metagame because they're a thing from my youth, and I think that if anything should get support, it should be an old thing like Ancient Gears. They did it for Cyber Dragons, but even Cyber Dragons are not as old as Ancient Gears. Ancient Gears, I think, deserve it more than anything else, and that's my opinions on Ancient Gears.
How would those 5 cards blend in with the older cards?
Well, I made this mainly focusing purely on Ancient Gear Golem, like how the game should focus on Ancient Gear Golem instead of Gadgetron. Gadgetron is just an ins to the outs of Gear Town, and I believe that Ancient Gear Golem is the true beauty of that, the main focus of the deck. So I believe that Ancient Gear Golem, I made it mainly more for him.
So it's not because Ancient Gear Golem is one of your favorite cards, huh?
The Ancient Gear Golem was the main reason why I chose to make this video, because I appreciate Ancient Gear Golem so much as a single card that I think that he deserves to be in the spotlight. And to be in the spotlight, he needs a bit of support. So I'm making this video where I'm just an outsider. I mean, I'm not Konami, but I do say to myself that if they made a structure deck or gave the deck similar support, doesn't even have to be this support, but if they made them similar support, I'm just trying to prove that if they made these cards, Ancient Gears could be pushed into the metagame, and if they could do it for that, why not?
Personally, I think some of your cards are a little too strong.
Yeah, but you see, that's how Konami is. They make too strong types of cards. I would love to see Ancient Gears get support. I know that there are very few people out there that actually really still do appreciate Ancient Gears. I really want to play them. However, they just lack support. And the only good way to play them is with Gear Town and Gadgetron and maybe doing the Malefic Skill Drain beatdown way. And that's just not my style. I want to appreciate Ancient Gear Golem for the true beauty piercer he really is. That's my opinions on this video of loving to see Ancient Gears being pushed into the meta. These cards, I do believe, could push them into the game if they actually were, shined upon good fortune against Konami. So that's my opinion on this. If you like this video, and if you would actually like to see me discuss another old deck that would love to get support, and this could be anything. It could be Dark Scorpions, Toons, anything. You want a deck to be featured and for me to talk about a deck and perhaps even give ideas for cards that...
Comment that shit
below. Don't forget to like the video. If this video gets 100 likes, you will see Spidey discuss one.
Yeah, of course. Subscribe to the channel, individual channels, Facebook page, all in the links below. 2 previous videos coming at you. See you later.